All right. Good morning. Good morning. How are we doing? Uh, let's see. Let me get this out to the team. Let me see. All right. Got that out. Perfect. Make sure I got this up, which I do. All right. And we will start looking at what we got on the market today. All right. So, not a gap down. Very surprising. Looks like we will actually have a bit of demand here. Bit of demand will bounce off there. I already hit that supply. Don't have to really worry about that. I don't mind that. I also don't mind kind of the bounce off this and the retrace. I don't know. Kind of be right at that. I need to come back to that. Ja, good morning. How are you? Zach, good morning. Massimo, good morning. Day trading from the mud. What a name. Good morning, man. How are you? I don't think I like Hughes as much as I like Spy. Depending on where we open, though, it could actually be better for TLM. I'll put that up there. We'll come back to it. Ryan, good morning. How are you? Dawson, good morning. How are you, man? Dawson, how's it feel to be on a bye week at 9-2, huh? Feels pretty good to me. Feels pretty good to me. Let me get Thinkorswim up too while I do this so I don't forget. Do not want to forget. Why is it not loading? There we go. Sweet. Get that open as well. Miles, good morning. How are you? It's nice. It is. I can't remember last time I was this just I haven't felt like the same feeling in a decade, man. Last time I felt this feeling, I was actually no, I was 15 at the time. Just crazy. IWM, probably nothing today. Kind of already got above that supply. I guess we could move down here, maybe see a bounce. I don't know, lower time frame. Do have some highs in here. Maybe we keep an eye on that. Something there. I don't love it, but could watch it. Goog. Already kind of hit that supply. Pushed up overnight. We're kind of lacking that demand in this area. So I don't really have a bounce off that. The only demand we really have is down here, which I doubt we hit today. And anything is possible, but I doubt that. PLTR off demand there. Let's Could be a TLM play too if we come down a little bit. I'll throw that in TLM. Apple goes down overnight. A little surprising. That is a little bit surprising. I guess if we trend upwards today, we could see this for a TLM play. Not too confident in that though. Scott, good morning. How are you? A little bit of demand here. Not my favorite. It doesn't look like we have any real highs. I guess maybe there. I mean, we could see if we bounce off this. Don't know if we will. Could see been pretty bearish recently on AMD ever since that big leg up. So I'd be a little more hesitant with something like this. But I don't mind it. I don't mind that. Amazon kind of just been in the dumps recently. We do have a 1 hour supply there. We bounced off. And if we accept inside, it could be a nice TLM play. I don't know if I'd be counting on that though. This might end up turning into a short. I was looking at this for TLM. I put that there on accident. Randy, good morning. How you doing? Scott says coffee's hot. So good so far. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. Hood's gonna have a little bit of supply in the way there. Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that. Yeah. That could go either way. It's one of those ones. Nvidia we're probably staying away from because this big E right here is very, very scary. Yeah. Probably nothing on that. With how the market's been going, I would love to say that maybe a TLM short could come into play. But there's just no way I'm gonna short Nvidia on its earnings day. Good. Got my pre-market trade today, so I could just call it. Want to get one more one? I mean, I could see that. Never gonna doubt you, but at the same time, yeah, you don't ever want to get greedy. So keep that in mind. I don't think I would like Microsoft longs, and that's likely what it's going to set up for. So I'll probably pass on Microsoft. Man, I wish Meta was opening a little further down. That'd be nice to bounce off this, reverse upwards. Again, pretty bearish, so maybe you don't want to do that. Maybe you don't want to do that. What I will do, I'll draw this out. We'll just see if we get a reaction. We will see. AVGO, looks like we just missed that demand. No real supply in the way. Let's look at lower time frame. Again, TLM potential for sure. I like that on the 45 the most. Yeah, let's watch that. I like that. Per, good morning. Per. I don't know which one's right. TSM, nice little uptrend yesterday. We'll have supply up there. Do have a nice little demand here. We will watch that. John, good morning, man. How are you? Let's see, Oracle. Again, nice demand right there. I would assume with the way Oracle's been going, we'll probably get down to that today. Not going to count on it. I'll just set up an alert there. We'll see if we do. MU falls off. A little bit surprising. Probably nothing there. Kind of a no man's land. Alec, I knew the moment I said Oracle, you're going to pop in chat. I knew it. Tesla. Don't love this. Like maybe TLM. Maybe. That feels like a stretch though. Maybe. Coin. Does have a nice supply up here. I guess if we get up there, we could look for a rejection off of that. Don't have a ton of room to operate to the downside, but might just be enough. Keep an eye. SoFi. Again, could be good for TLM. Not really looking to day trade that. HIMS just going to be up. Might end up getting a nice reversal off the gap. So if you're watching that, that could be good. Shop, nothing really. Maybe a little bit of demand down here. But again, trending down for the most part. So not a huge fan. I don't really have a low either. That's fine. Uber. I think we'll open too high for TLM longs. Probably. But we'll set this up. We'll set an alert just to see if we come down to that. Roblox will probably open below that demand. If we break through that, nothing really there. Yeah, nothing really there. Like Netflix had a big uptrend yesterday. No great low to break. Probably skip out on that. Visa's just so down the dumps. I don't even want to mess with it. Harley, good morning, man. How are you? What do we got on Boeing? Potential short. It's my lower time frame look. Can I have supply here? We just spent a lot of time in it. That's a possibility. We do have supply here. I just don't like how much time we spent inside of that. It's 4 touches, basically. Does not seem like something I necessarily want to take today. Walmart kind of fell off. Okay. I think we have a good, solid watch list. I'm kind of liking Amazon more as a short more than anything at this point. Off something like that. As much as that pains me to say, I think that makes more sense than a TLM play, honestly. But I probably want to see us break that low. I guess we already broke this low, so maybe not. I don't know. That's a weird one. A little bit of a weird one. Let me get this out. Let's put that out for the team. Let me... let's see. John is looking at Goog and Roblox for TLM. Goog and Roblox. Let's see. So John's more on the short side, which I can't argue with. Yeah, I really can't argue with that. I do see we have this as well, kind of pushing us down more than likely. Yeah, I don't mind it. If we stay below that, I don't mind it. Maybe we'll throw that on there. Switching Roblox as well. More of a long play. Yeah. Let's see, what else are you watching? Hymns for a potential short. An AMD for the upside. Hymns potential short. Let's look at that first. So he's probably playing off of higher time frame over here, which I don't mind. He said AMD as well. I was looking at AMD already. So yeah, makes sense to me. Let me look at this. All right, that's good. I'm doing good, Harley. Appreciate that. Tim Kent, good morning. How are you? Chucky, good morning. I think AI stocks is going to be on edge today because of NVIDIA earnings. I agree. I think the whole market is, to be honest. I saw 2 conflicting articles this morning. One said Oracle underwater on OpenAI deal, more cash to burn, but another says Oracle will jump 80%. It just shows that no one knows anything at this point. Danielle Brown, good morning. How are you? Yeah, the Oracle situation is weird. Funny enough, I was talking to Alec about that yesterday. And that's why when I mentioned Oracle, he popped in and said something. What time do the numbers come out? For NVIDIA, I assume you're asking about. It's after close. So usually it's pretty quick after close. The first 10, 15 minutes after, they will come out. But if you just hop on, man, if you want something fun to do, hop on like any sort of trading view or the Robinhood charts or anything like that and just watch NVIDIA the moment the market closes. I love watching price action after earnings. It gets so crazy. That's hilarious, to be honest. It is. Go figure. Yeah. I mean, all earnings and stuff come out either after market or pre-market. They'll never release during market hours. For at least the big stuff. Greetings from UK. Good morning. The UK. Oh, you guys are ahead. Never mind. I just had a moment. Yeah, what are you guys? 5 ahead of me? I should know this. I believe you're 5 ahead of us, so it'd be like 2 o'clock there. As an avid soccer or football fan, whatever part of the world you're from, I feel like I should know that. I believe it's 5 hours. FOMC today as well. I forgot we had FOMC. At least it's just FOMC minutes, but God, yeah, that is so unfortunate. Yeah, today's gonna be very hectic. Jesus. Say for me should be 5 for you. Yeah, I believe it's 5. They call it senior moments. Yeah. Yep. IMSR. $11 stock. Oh, this thing like just came out. I don't know. I hate trading things that I'd probably stay away. First, I have them too. Yeah. Yeah. One rule I have for everyone is if you're going to put a stock into the chat, please give me what you're asking about, whether it's long-term stuff, short-term stuff. That is all I ask. More than happy to look at things. I just need to know what you want to know about it. That is all. By the way, 51 people in here and only 1 like on the stream. If you are actually watching the stream, you can use that like button to see how many people are actually here. Also, if you're in the stream, there's 50 of you and you haven't said anything, say good morning. Tell me what you're looking at. I want to see who's all in here. Hoping gold gives bullish signals today. Who knows, man? Definitely good. When markets on an edge like this, supply and demand still always work. I mean, nothing always works. But it's still going to work the same as long as you trade it correctly and you're patient. It's about hitting 7K by end of year. God, I hope so. I hope so. Yeah. I mean, end of the year rally, you would think there's a chance, but I'm telling you, man, I think if Nvidia earnings do not come back like really good, like I don't even think a double B is going to be enough. Like I think they have to crush earnings. If they don't do that, I think we could drop like 1 or 2% overnight, and that's like not even joking. I think it's that big to the market right now. But hey, if it comes back good, it should be interesting. Chris Little, good morning. How are you? Good morning. Luflix, good morning. Ben Samuel, good morning from New Zealand. Our psychology coach Logan's from New Zealand as well. That's cool. Brian, good morning. Whole sector will drop if that happens. I agree. I think it will. So hoping that doesn't happen. They always have to crush it or it'll drop. Yeah. Which I mean they do, right? So if you're going based off history, with all the deals they have, they should have killer earnings. Yeah, well, we've thought that about a lot of companies, and then their earnings come out not as good as people think. We've had, like, especially think about it recently, we've had a lot of companies that have double beats with their earnings and still drop the next day. So, uh, looking looking at well upwards trend thoughts for today. Well, looking at Welltower Incorporated. Yeah, damn, this thing's ripping. Holy. What is well? Almost 20% 3 months with shit earnings, by the way. They have a dividend. Oh, healthcare company. Damn. Damn, this thing flies. Holy. What did they miss on both? Oh no, they just missed on, what was that, revenue? No. EPS missed. They still gapped up. Damn, this thing is flying. What the hell? I like it, man. Take calls, dude. Jesus. From Detroit, Michigan. Good morning. Pistons fan? Lions fan? Question mark. What other Detroit teams are there? Tigers? Good morning, watching and learning, says Joel. Well, hopefully you learned something today. Trevor, good morning. Good to see you. Even Target making open ad deals, so who knows? Yeah, that's fair. Here, good morning. Michael, good morning. All teams. Fair enough. I respect that. All right, so market is open. PLTR opens in a good spot, actually. I like that. AVGO does hit our demand there. That looks like it could be good. Goog. Yeah, I think Goog's just, this might just be the Buffett effect. That's what this might be. If we break through that, if we break through supply here, which it looks like we will, we could start looking at something like this. Clearly there was a reaction there. Look for a little retrace on that. Be more of a supply and demand play. SPY not really doing what I'd want it to. AMD dropping. Q's in the same area. Apple pushes up. Opened lower than I anticipated. Hood would still have to pop out for TLM. Meta's going to be tough. Might just be too bearish. Coin, we'd have to get back up to supply. Absolutely would have to. PLTR dropping off. AVGO dropping off. Goog is just the strongest thing on the planet. What did NVIDIA do on open? Dropped. Big drop. Man, I wish they didn't have earnings because I'd be so tempted to short this. I just don't know what the hell's going to happen with this today. Are their premiums like juiced out of their mind? I have to look at this. I assume they are. I mean, they're definitely They're definitely juiced, but not crazy. I'm actually surprised they're not more expensive. Like at AMD TLM or supply and demand bounce. Yeah, that's definitely a possibility. Definitely a possibility. Would need some sort of high break there, but yeah, I think this might just be a little bit of a retrace into a rip. Apple didn't bounce off anything, right? No. Hood pushes all the way up. Did this bounce off something? Maybe a 15-minute. It's not my favorite thing to trade off. We'll have supply up here. I don't know if that's enough room. Unless you just consider this your break. You could. I don't love a sell-off at these highs again, though. It's a bit worrying. See what PLTR can do. AVGO's moving nice. I like that. I just don't know if I love that demand, honestly. I don't know. Man, Goog is just gone. Wow. All-time highs. Jeez. Jeez. Not catching that. Need more from AMD as well. I don't like Hood selling off these highs again. Don't love that, but you could do something like this if you wanted. Just be nervous about this. It's like a 5th sell-off we've got at those highs. Don't know if we really want to push through that. TSM a good bounce. A little bit of supply there. Really good bounce though. If you get above that supply, that looks good. Coin just doesn't want to come back to supply. TSM fine, yeah. A good demand for coin is just gonna tank. Coin demand? I mean, I don't even know if I would really care about coin demand. The only one really is all the way down here from way back. It's just so bearish though. I don't know why you'd enter longs on this off demand. It's very against trend. Don't think we're gonna get what we want on AMD. I really don't like that Hood sell-off at the same exact spot it sold off before. But it might not care. It might just be... We just bounce right off that. God, these spreads are shit too. Wow. Hood has terrible spreads. Yeah. That does not look like it's going to go well. AMD struggling a little bit. Apple's moving up nice. Be hard to get an entry on that. It's good reaction on Hood. Amazon dropping through support again. Yeah. Unfortunately. Unfortunately, it is. But are we shocked? With how Amazon's been trending? No reason to be shocked. I really wish this didn't sell off like that. Really do. It might end up working out, but I don't think I'm gonna take that. That seems too risky. AVGO, a nice little move. Yeah, I don't know who I'm kidding with looking at meta longs. TSM looks like it's stalling out at that supply. It's not really what you want to see. What's NVIDIA doing? Reverse back up. Fair enough. Oracle with a good little bounce. You know, supply from the gap. It's not my favorite thing. I'll have a little bit of supply in the way as well. MU is interesting. Market not bullish enough for that trade. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking. AVGO, a really nice move up. Really nice move. Hood might go, man. It really might. Damn, Apple ripped. Jeez. Probably won't look at anything on that. I mean, I hope for the sake of the stock that it keeps going, but can't trust that. We'll keep an eye on it, though. The hit on Amazon is insane. I know, dude. I mean, like, dude, I'm fine with it, man. I made my money off their earnings. If it wants to come all the way back down, I'll just keep buying it. I don't care. I will buy Amazon until the wheels fall off. TSM had a really good reaction off demand. Really good. If we could get a nice little close above that high, I'd be a big fan on a pullback. I don't think Coin's going to pull back. So I probably don't care much about that. Goog's just so gone. About that 300. Wow. Wow. That's insane. 300 for Goog, man. Jeez. AVGO does not look like it's going to pull back. I really wish it pulled back around here. That would have been nice. SPY could pull back and I would like it. I'm just going to say Victor. Good morning. Feel TSM never has a pullback with a good zone reaction. I mean, it does. It's just there's been a few days recently where that initial bounce we get is just the start of a overwhelming uptrend for the day. Should be a pretty solid close though. Yeah. Something like that. Ooh, I don't love the targets there. Don't like that at all. Is this? It looks like we just. A little bit of demand there. I'd be really surprised if we all of a sudden react off that one though. AVGO, I think, is just gone. AMD can't break above daily high to save itself. See if TSM comes down. I actually would like. I kind of like SPY on a retrace. Keep an eye on that. I want to also keep an eye on that. I just want to see if that works. Was there a deal target for two? God, I don't know. I haven't thought that far, Kevin. We'll look in a sec. I'll look at a target if it actually pulls back, but don't know if it will. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe like top of this candle. Something like that. TSM spreads suck, do they? Let me see. Yeah, they do. Wow. Yeah, they do. That's not fun. Not fun at all. Guess if it doesn't pull back, we won't have to worry about it. Hood is actually going. I'm actually shocked by this. I really am. If that works out. Like, fair play, man. Microsoft moved up well. Oracle as well. Does not look like we're going to pull back. Yeah. Can't believe this ripped that much. I mean, great reaction. Wow. Don't know if SPY is going to come back. TSM makes a new high. And Hood failing to make a new high. Not a great sign. Not a great sign at all. Wow. Dude, Amazon, man. The hate is real. 219? What the fuck? Jeez. I gotta buy Amazon today, man. Holy. Yeah, TSM is not stopping. Just gonna keep going. Fair enough. See if SPY comes back. $300. Wow. What a move. Maybe one day Amazon will be like that. Maybe one day. Yeah, Goog is flying. They announced Gemini 3, I guess. Yeah. Came out yesterday. Interesting. I don't know if anything's going to come back today. Honestly. PLTR stalling out. AVGO's flying. Did AVGO release anything? They have not stopped going up at all. What'd you miss? Not much, to be honest. A lot of things are just kind of flying. That's about it. AMD could be good still. Hood's going. Maybe Hood was the trade today. I just did not like the sell-off, but it is going. AMD breaks a high, which is nice. That is nice. I'd probably rather wait for a pullback. I mean, you could have done something like an entry there if you wanted. Still get good risk reward. Probably rather wait for a pullback. But this rate, like Randy said, might just be a no pullback day. might end up being the case. What does that give us? Nothing fantastic. I'll tell you that much. Interesting. Very, very interesting. PLTR breaks above this high. I don't know how meaningful that is. In all honesty, this thing is flying. Jeez. HUD just might do it. Gotta give credit where credit's due. You really have to. AMD, see what that's cooking. TSM kept going up. Yeah, HUD would hit. Hey, if you took HUD, I mean, fair play. You got a nice win on the day. Like I said, just did not like the sell-off there, but I think GOO's going to close up 10% today. It might. It really might. I mean, I'm sure at some point we'll get some sort of retrace off of this, but I mean, it shows no signs of stopping right now. So Fidelity is suing Broadcom and they announced an NEC deal. That's crazy. Between this and Goog, man, the amount of money that just got added to those companies is crazy. Meanwhile, Amazon can't even see a green candle. Holy. Poor Amazon, man. Jeez. Poor old Amazon. Curious where AMD goes from here. SPY's pushing up. The other problem is with some of these like big moves that we're getting, even if we do get pullbacks on them, it's probably going to be like a little bit later in the day, and then we're going to have FOMC and NVIDIA earnings after hours. So it's like, do you really even want to be in a trade that close to those big events? I don't. Is there bad news about Amazon? It seems like any news about Amazon is bad right now. So, and honestly, it doesn't even seem like they have to have bad news to go down. I genuinely, I don't know. It's getting back to the territory where it's like it's still one of the most undervalued stocks on the market right now, if not the most undervalued. I think Amazon at anything below like 230, 240 is like, if you're talking like long term, it's the easiest investment I've ever made in my life. Maybe not easier than Google 160, but pretty close. Pretty close. Guess if AMD is going to pull back or if it's just going to chill around this area. Might not. It's a good rejection. Keeps rejecting this area like it doesn't want to go below that, which is kind of surprising, actually. I thought for sure we would retrace to some extent. Doesn't look like we will, though. Oh my God. There's an Amazon green candle. Holy. We are so back. Okay, the market is just having fun today. Yeah, 2 minute. What the hell? You mean buying Amazon versus options? Yeah, like long-term stuff. Hardly. Are you holding Amazon shares? Of course. Of course I am. I've been for a while. Got out at 130 at Google. You got out at 130. I bought in at like 160, whenever that was, like April. Not April. Maybe it was. I don't know. I talked about it on one of the lives. What are you buying? Nothing right now. Nothing currently. And Hood was good. I think this still looks good. Still looks good as well. Said NASDAQ. New my charity flow on NASDAQ. I wasn't looking at the NASDAQ, but a lot of stuff is flying right now. Can Google 145? Yeah. Yeah, it just kind of seemed like free money at the time. And it was. 100% gainer for you too. Got in on the splits, but they died for like a year, so I bailed. Yeah. That's fair. Hey, like PLTR for TLM. I like it. I do like it. Probably would want entry somewhere in here. Something like that, maybe. Target like this 5 minute. If you could get a pullback to there, I'd be a fan. Maybe like AMD. I just wish I would have pulled. Yeah, this is the AMD chart. I don't think this is going to pull back. Where's your... Around here. I like it. PLTR if we get back there. Amazon's just like, there's just not going to be anything there today. SPY if a pullback could be cool. I just don't know how much of a move we're going to get the rest of the day. It's kind of my only worry with some of this stuff is how much are we going to move the rest of the day? I don't know if it's a whole lot. I don't know if these are going to pull back. Seems unlikely at this point. But I do like PLTR. I do like AMD. If you can get them on pullbacks. These would be the only two things I really like right now. But the way the market's going, I mean, SPY had 2 red candles on the 2 minute right at open and then has been green for 30 minutes. So I don't know. Spy woke up today and ate its Wheaties, I guess. I have no idea what happened. But yeah. We will see if these pull back. If they do, I like them. If they don't, fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, I think I'll keep an eye on these, see if they pull back, and kind of go from there. Yeah, I guess we'll do that. But yeah, I got to run though. I think we were at like 60 people in here at one point, so I appreciate you guys. Like I said, we'll watch AMD, PLTR, continue watching those, see where they go. If they pull back, I'll get into them. If they don't, I won't. But yeah, if you took hood, congrats. I don't know if any of you did. But yeah, market's ripping. Might have a good Friday close or Wednesday close. Sorry, not Friday. Good Wednesday close, which could be good going into the rest of the week. But I don't know who needs to hear this. Do not mess with NVIDIA earnings tonight. Please, for the love of everything, just sit on the sideline and watch and entertain yourself. You don't need to be involved. But yeah, we'll see how the rest of the day goes. And we'll go from there. And we might wake up tomorrow with a market that continuously rips because NVIDIA did good, or if NVIDIA does bad, I will talk to you guys when we're down 2% tomorrow. But yeah, appreciate you guys. And I will talk to most of you on Friday. So enjoy the rest of your day. Trade safe. And please don't do anything stupid today. Please. But yeah, have a good day, guys. Talk to you later.